Rihanna was ignoring Tyla allegedly at the Met Gala, but it seemed like she was already going through issues with her BD, A$AP Rocky. And Tyla took offense low-key, and she has put out a video on TikTok discussing what happened. And low-key, I wish Tyla did not post that video. Y'all might say, well, she was just discussing what she wanted to discuss, X, Y, and Z, cool, but I just feel like they were going to already twist her words to make it a beef thing, to make it an issue, to make it a rah-rah moment, and it was already going to happen like that. You know, so, I mean, y'all may say what y'all got to say, cool, like, she was just having fun on TikTok talking about the incident, whatever, cool, but I feel like that TikTok video made it more of a real thing, because let's be real, right? If Tyla acted as if she didn't care about the situation, it would have came and gone, right? But she fueled it by making a video on it and talking about it, and low-key, no shade, y'all, she kind of opened that door. You know, she didn't really say, oh, Rihanna was ignoring me, Rihanna don't like me. She didn't say that, but she set the stage. And sometimes setting the stage is worse than saying exactly what happened, because people can take a narrative and take a few bits and make their own story. So I wish Tyla didn't do this. I wish she just stayed quiet, because this TikTok video, low-key, it opened up a whole conversation, it was just terrible.
I look crazy right now, but I just woke up. My voice is raspy. Basically, everyone knows I love Ree. Oh my gosh. So I made her lost now. And she was cool. You know, I made her, but I think she was occupied because she was like, I went up to her, I was like, oh, hey. She was like, hey, my baby dad's calling me, and then she left. And I was like, oh, maybe she was busy. So I don't know, I felt awkward. What the heck, I felt awkward. I don't know how to say hi. If I feel like someone's busy, it's like,
Now, mind you, okay, I already knew this was going to be taken out of proportion, because when she said that her baby daddy called her, that was not from the Met Gala this year. That was from last year. So I already knew people were going to take it and run. But I don't think Tyla should have posted this, because I honestly think that, like, Rihanna versus Tyla, the fans are already going to go on you, Tyla. The fans are already outnumbered, okay? No shade. Now, me personally, I don't think Rihanna is threatened by Tyla. There's a whole new conversation, oh, Rihanna's threatened by Tyla. No, I don't think Rihanna genuinely is deeply, like, affected by Tyla. Like, Rihanna has done the music thing. She's done the hits. She's done the catalog. You know what I'm saying? Cool. There's no real issue under this. I think a lot of this is just fan-made beef. You know, fan-made beef sometimes can be worse than real beef, because the fan-made beef can turn into actual beef. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? But no, I don't think that there's no real issue on Rihanna's end or Tyla's end. I think it was just, you know, a communication thing. Tyla was just trying to communicate, but I wish she didn't communicate, because it's going to come across as wrong.
What Tyla needs to understand is you already parasocially set your path with Rihanna. You need to be grateful. You need to be humble. Every time you heard that comparison, you should have just been like, oh my God, thank you. And that's it. Let's not act like we don't remember the video of you saying, I love Rihanna. Rihanna's great. She's huge. I would love to be that huge. And actually, even bigger. Now, of course, she didn't say it like that, but she did say that. She said she wanted to be bigger than Rihanna. And it's just like, when you come in the game, you gotta be humble. Like, you have a song out right now that is getting compared to this artist, and you cannot say you want to be bigger than this artist, because once you finally meet said artist, hey, like, what's tea? Like, you realize after a while, Mariah Carey took in Ariana Grande because she was always respectful of her craft. You cannot be bigger than the program and want the program.
Moving on to Cardi B and Billie Eilish, fans are speculating that Billie Eilish was throwing shots at Cardi B. As you all know, Cardi B's face is botched, her body's botched. You know, she built like a fork. It's just so much tea regarding Cardi B and her face and stuff. So Billie Eilish says, you know what, y'all? I don't want to be like that, okay? And fans are speculating that she was discussing Cardi B. But she didn't say no names, but, you know, the way she was talking, it was given, okay, she dissing Cardi.
how it works, obviously. And I am so excited to age, and I'm so excited for my face to age and my body to age and not change it, you know? And I want my kids to look at me and have my face look like their face and not be some botched version of whatever the fuck is going on out there right now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
anyways.
in my opinion, I think what Billie Eilish said was real. I mean, like, right now, there's so many people with all these botched surgeries. You know, it's just a mess. It's looking crazy, right? So when people be seeing people like Beyonce or Rihanna get older in age, they are also looking at them confused, because they're so used to the surgeries. They're also so used to seeing people with all this Botox and gunk in their face that when they see natural wrinkles and natural double chins, it's a gag. But Billie Eilish was just saying, you know, I would rather embrace the natural aging process than to get her face, you know, puffed up. And I agree. I agree with that. Was this Cardi B shade? It was Cardi B shade, because Cardi B is doing all the things that Billie Eilish said. So therefore, Cardi B, get your licks in. Clap back. Call her a sad-ass little girl who always is crying her music, who can't sing and only can whisper. Oh, let's clock that T. Cardi, I want to see you beef with Billie, but look, she won't, though. She won't. You know why? Because Billie Eilish is way bigger and more successful than her. So, you know, Cardi B ain't going to ever diss back to Billie Eilish. But yeah, I definitely do see that this was a little bit of shade here, okay? And listen, I love a good shady moment. Give me the shade, give me the tea, give me the drama. But I also want it to be direct. So Billie Loki, you could have said her name. You could have said Cardi B's name. But speaking of surgery, I'm gonna be fair. Didn't Cardi B say she was going to remove the surgeries and stuff, or like get a reduction or something? Yeah, what's the update on that? Okay, what's the update on that? I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out what's tea with this, because I really wanna, you know what I'm saying, see a reduction, baby, okay? Another reason why I have an issue with the whole Tyla versus Rihanna thing, because it just sets up the stage for y'all to be dragging Tyla. So as of recently, there's this list going around of worldwide hits between Rihanna and Tyla at the age of 24. As you can see, Rihanna has a plethora of hits, and they said Tyla only has one, and that's Water. Okay. Now, I think this. Why are we making it a Tyla versus Rihanna career comparison? That's silly. That is very silly. Like, we all know Rihanna is the icon, legend, superstar. Like, it's just, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's why I wish that it didn't go this far, because now the conversation is not even about the initial stuff. It has turned into some fan wars when it's like, that's not the point of all of this. You know, social media has a way of making stuff so immature. And while it is messy and it's a key, because the fans love a good messy moment, I don't think this conversation does anything for the bottom line, okay, in my opinion. Moving on to Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande teases a more fearless side of her, where she twerks aggressively. I'm just kidding. On her new album, Petal, which I think her new album name is really, really trash. Petal, it just, when it first came out, it was okay. But now that it's out, the title has been out for a while and it's grown on me. I hate that title, Petal, for an album. What, a gas pedal, a bike pedal, a flower pedal? Like, you could have just named it something else. Ariana Grande says, it was kind of about breaking up with all kinds of negative attachments, whether it's my own monsters in my head, external voices, things that no longer serve me. It's a little feral. It's definitely from a place that I have been maybe like too shy or polite to tap into before. And this kind of just feels like, F it. Okay, so what you gonna get into on this album, girl? Better be controversial. You know, artists always gas up the new era, and then when the era comes out, it's never what it's supposed to be. You know, I realized that recently. Oh, it's gonna be my next new transformative, my next big innovative album. Baby, this shit is trash, you know? I kind of hate when people in general, artists, creatives, gas up their work before it comes out, because it always leaves people feeling like disappointed. Is your man on the floor? If he ain't, let him know. Chris Brown has announced his new album called Brown. Yeah, Brown, like me. Dropping this Friday. It's gonna feature Leon Thomas, Tank, Vibes Cartel, Bryson Tiller, NBA Youngboy, Glorilla, Horilla, aka Glow the PIMP. We got Friday, Sexy Red, and Lucky Day. Okay. You know what's crazy to me? I can't believe Sexy Red's career has been going on this long, and like she's still getting A-list feature requests. Like, that's crazy to me. It's insane to me. But anyway, congrats to all these artists who are going to be featured on Brown's new album. Why don't I see Usher? Isn't he going on tour with Usher? Wouldn't you think he's going to drop some music with Usher for the tour? I'm confused. I'm very confused. Moving on to Chris Brown. Chris Brown's first week album sales are in discussion because people are saying, number one, what is he going to get for his new album, Brown? What first week number? And people are also saying, wow, Chris Brown, you are this big and your most recent albums haven't even done over 50K, over 100K. What's going on? Why don't his albums sell like that? All right. Now, looking at these numbers, the only one that did pretty decent was Exclusive, but Exclusive came out back when, physical sales was real, and no shade, but that's kind of bad. Like, that's kind of low for the, physical era. But he did 11/11. That came out 2024. He only did 44,000 units, which is terrible. Hopefully this time around he do at least 100K. We're going to see what's tea, but, he is very consistent with all these albums. He has over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12th album coming out. SZA or Summer Walker? That's the current conversation that is being held right now. Social media is saying, who had the best sophomore album? Was it SOS by SZA, or was it Still Over It by Summer Walker? Now, me personally, I think that if I had to choose, I would say SOS. Still Over It was not that good. Still Over It was kind of like a knockoff Over It, which was, Over It was way better than Still Over It, like, for sure. And while I think that SOS is not better than Control, I do think that SOS is just better overall. Overall, SOS has the hits, it has the songwriting, it has the storytelling, and it also has the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that album has so much variety. Still Over It is cute, but I don't think that Summer Walker did her best work with that. I think Summer Walker, low-key, recently has been on the decline. Her music has been on a decline since she first came out. Some artists only get better with time, like Beyonce, Nicki, Drake, Rihanna, who else I can say that? Madonna, like the icons, But some people's music kind of just gets watered down from what they got popular from, and they just keep making these same redundant, nacho reheating type music. And I think that Summer Walker, in my opinion, she's a good artist, but I think as of recently, I would not give her props. I'm sorry. What Finally Over It, that shit came and gone. Finally Over It came and gone. There was no real hit on that album like that. Like, it's crazy. But I think that, y'all, we have kind of left the golden age of music. The golden age of music is long gone. But yes, who would y'all prefer? SOS, or would you say Still Over It? Still Over It or SOS? Comment down below. If you don't comment down below, I'm finna slap you till you start bleeding. No shade. Because you need to go ahead and speak your opinion, speak your mind. Yeah, okay? I just had some McDonald's and I'm feeling good. What's up? You dig? Moving on to Nicki Minaj. She has returned to 48 milli, okay, monthly listeners on Spotify. Can we all give a clap, clap, clap? What I say, if you ain't clapping, I'm finna get the slap in, all right? I'm finna get the slap in, no shade. But no, on a serious note though, Nicki, you are missed. Female rappers, fans all around the world are like dying for a song from her. Like they're just dying for some new music.
I'm about to cry. I miss Nicki Minaj. I miss Nicki, y'all. Her pen, her style. She will never be beat or create. She raised me. I miss Nicki. I'm not crying.
Yeah, I miss her too. I miss her real bad. But y'all claim y'all miss her, but when she drops songs, y'all never get the songs to #1 no more. Y'all don't even get to the top 10 no more. That's weird. Okay, why didn't Beauty and the Beat literally was at number 11 just off of just streams alone? Why didn't the sales get the song to #1? You know, I understand Billboard's rules and stuff, but back if it was 2020, 2021, them 2021 barbs, 2020 barbs would have had Nicki Minaj and Justin Bieber at #1 for like 2 weeks straight. I don't know what's going on. I know Billboard has their rules, cool, fine, but no shade, I'm not buying it. Conversations are being had around the queen. They said, I was told that Nicki Minaj had to be quiet to let other girls in female rap shine. Since her silence in 2024, female rap has had barely any Billboard entries. No overseas touring, clock that T, Cardi. Sales and streams in the gutter. Album sales in the gutter. What happened to the unity? Girls that are thriving. Where is the support for the female rap genre? Y'all, ever since Nicki Minaj has been gone, it's just been trash. Now, I think personally, though, the unity thing does not really... female rap unity doesn't exist because they're all fake. So, you know, that whole unity thing ain't gonna work. No shade. But in my opinion, if Nicki Minaj is not actively putting out music, actively, you know, doing shows and videos and things like that, the female rap genre does not have anybody to copy, anybody to, you know, directly compete with. Or, attempt to compete with, and it's just very dry. You know, the industry gets very dry when Nicki Minaj is not around. You know, Nicki Minaj, she brings all the clicks, attention, she brings all of the, you know, outrage, good and bad. You know, like, let's be real. A lot of y'all be saying, oh my gosh, like, Nicki, like, why are you saying this online? Why are you doing this? Why are you acting like that? But Nicki Minaj is the only female rapper who y'all care about who, when she has her moments or when stuff happens. Like, that alone shows you her power. Like, that alone shows you that people care about what Nicki is doing. Good, bad, in between, boring. Like, everything. Everything. Y'all claim she's so relevant. Y'all claim she's so this, so that. Why do y'all pay her so much attention every time she's on Twitter? Why do y'all pay her so much mind when she's at the White House? Like, because she runs the game. She runs it. Even when she's not even doing anything in music, she's still running the game. Nicki Minaj has been in her political bag. And that still has y'all talking about her. You know why? Because when you are a star, you shine. You know what I'm saying? The sun don't wait for y'all to be comfortable. You see what I'm saying? To shine. The sun gonna shine regardless. And that's what you gotta understand. When you are a star, you gonna shine up a room. Every time. Didn't even notice your butt BBL is showing. You should've popped that ass. I thought I said so. Planet Her by Doja Cat is officially the longest charting female rap album in Billboard 200 history with over 227 weeks on this chart. Doja, girl, who you feeling like? Girl, who you feeling like? Okay, let me chill. No, but Doja Cat, congrats to her. I think Planet Her is definitely an iconic album, but I don't think we can, like, give it all of its rap credibility. Like, no shade. But I always ask myself, can Doja Cat make another Planet Her? I don't think so. I don't think Doja Cat can. That was her best project. She had the most hits on there. And at the time of Planet Her, she was making music that felt authentic to her. You know, Scarlett was her trying to prove a point that she's a rapper. You know, V was her trying to do Damage Control from the flop era of Scarlett. You know, doing all these hyper pop songs that... Sis, you already did the 80s back in 2020. Say So is an 80s song. Like, you already did the 80s, you know. Didn't even notice your big dick in my body. Like, you already, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already did that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think Doja Cat, in my eyes, she needs to go back to the R&B crossover sound. You know, go back to that hot pink Planet Her sound. You know, like, give us that vibe again, you know. Doja, though, she does need to go on a hiatus for a little bit longer. Because, you know, she hasn't really cleared out her reputation like that, for real, if you're gonna be honest. Keep it a bean. But let's talk, let's chat, y'all. Who is ready for Doja Cat's new era? Ooh, I am. But her new era allegedly is supposed to be a streamer. They say she's a streamer now, making money on Twitch. That sounds about right. She do give me streamer vibes. You know, Doja Cat is a good streamer. She also has a personality for it, which is pretty good. But long term, her doing streaming, maybe not. We're gonna see what's tea, okay? So Tasha K has lost another lawsuit against Cardi B, with a judge ordering her to pay the full $4 million awarded to Cardi B in 2023. The ruling also includes a restraining order completely banning the blogger from speaking about Cardi B or anything connected to the A-list rapper. Cardi B's not an A-list rapper. Let's clear up this title now. Y'all always want to give her these titles that she don't deserve. Stop. She's not black, she's not talented, she's not pretty, and she's not an A-list rapper. Stop giving her too much credit, okay? But anyway, ooh, this is crazy, Tasha. Oh my God, what you gonna do? But what you gonna do?
Tasha K, Cardi B is about to have you living out of a cardboard box. You have got to stop talking about that lady. If you don't know what happened, let's do a recap. So Cardi B sued Tasha K. Tasha K is a popular social media personality on YouTube. She has like 1.3 million subscribers, but that didn't save her from being sued for defamation by Cardi B. Now, before Cardi B sued, she asked Tasha K multiple times, keep my name out your mouth. But she didn't. So Cardi sued and won because the jury found that Tasha K was just making up stuff about Cardi, saying untrue things about Cardi, and the jury actually said that Tasha K had to pay Cardi B $3.9 million. And I was like, okay, not bad. Maybe Tasha K can do a payment plan, $19.99 a month for the next 195,000 months. But instead, Tasha K filed for bankruptcy, and owing millions of dollars, that'll bankrupt you. But when Tasha K filed for bankruptcy, Cardi B cut her a deal. Cardi B agreed that Tasha K could pay $1.2 million instead of the full $3.9, but only if Tasha stopped talking about Cardi B and her family and her associates on her platform. Basically, just stop talking about me and my people, and we can go ahead and work this out. Did Tasha K stop talking about her and her people? Audience, I think you know the answer to that question. The answer is she did not. So Cardi B's team said, "You want to be funny? We'll be hilarious," and they filed paperwork saying that Tasha K has broken the agreement more than 25 times. This article alleged that most recently on Tasha K's show, she was talking about Stephon Diggs, Offset, all these people who are around Cardi B, who Tasha K is not supposed to be talking about. So the judge looked at the paperwork and said, "Yeah, I agree with Cardi," and the judge found Tasha K in contempt and ordered her to take down any videos talking about Cardi B and talking about Cardi B's people. And the judge ordered Tasha K to pay attorney fees plus a lot of other financial penalties.
So yes, if you're here, we lost. We lost the war. We lost the war. But you know what I have? My dignity.
Tasha K, baby, you didn't just lose the war, baby. You lost every battle in the war, okay? At this point, Tasha, your great-great-grandkids are gonna come out the womb already having to Venmo Cardi B. Cardi B's legal team is going to sign them up for autopay immediately as soon as they take their first breath of fresh air outside, girl. I don't know. Good luck. Next case.
Child, it done got crazy out here in the streets. Ooh. Tasha, what's going on? What in the world has the music industry come to? Y'all know Carisha's new song that is so trash? Like, it's awful. I'm gonna play y'all a snippet of the song that is just terrible. It's #1 on radio, by the way. But I'm gonna play a snippet. Yeah, this bullshit is at #1 on urban radio. Most added. I'm speechless. Not in the Beyonce speechless. Wait, no, not that way. Bitch, I'm irritated. I'm irritated speechless. Like, I'm pissed off speechless. Why? And then she gonna put the little crying emoji and prayer hands. Girl, shut the fuck up. Get out my face, little girl. For real. Moving on to Drake and Lil Baby, it seems like the music video Drake has been spotted filming around Toronto for his upcoming album Iceman is allegedly for a song featuring Lil Baby. So far, these scenes have been for one song, and this is one song featuring Lil Baby. So Lil Baby is confirmed to be on the album via We Love Hip Hop Network. A Lil Baby feature in 2026? Ouch, Drake. You couldn't even get, like, I don't know, somebody else? Lil Baby is, like, irrelevant now. But anyway, are you all excited for Iceman? I am, but hopefully he gets this feature stuff fixed. But